Okay, this is the line to get in. That's pretty long as usual. But let's go ahead and get started. Saw that there was a set of valve covers here, $10 for one set, $20 for the other, which was pretty cheap, but I do not need any more valve covers. Unfortunately, I'm having to redub all the audio in this video. Unfortunately, for some strange reason, my mic was picking up all the background noise and nothing that I was saying. Here, I was checking out that master cylinder. My brother's in need of one for his 71 four-door Nova, but he needs one for drum, not disc. Those stock rims were all 14-inch. We'll take a closer look at these vehicles a little later in the video.
How's you feeling about that?
Consumer goods here. Sandpapers and brand wheels, etc. Pretty good shape right now.
Oh, I can't complain either.
I say that now, I think actually I do need something. Paper goods.
I had them working, but
Feel difficult getting in here. There was even a line for those that were gas holders. It's pretty cold outside today. It's about 29 degrees.
Good old Mayor McCheese. Didn't see a price on him though.
Something near McCheese, I think it was.
Well, I totally missed that oil filter canister conversion. Of course, the intake got my attention. I don't need any more intakes. It was $40, but I passed it up. If it had been $20, I probably would have bought it. This vendor had a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Everything.
Reminds me of an auction box next year.
yes, sir. Kevin, can you give me a big Kevin, please?
Dash receipt unit there. Is that what's in aftermarket?
Go change for it. I'm only giving you my lock.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. That's late. $1 signs. $250. 25 tail lights. Some whips. Window skirts. I'm over the whole window skirt thing. Car magazines. I was actually thinking about doing some videos on some of those. Some stuff going on. There's a 63 Shockman, 61, I have that one. 55 Chevy, I have that one too. And then I have that one now. I don't know any of the prices of any of these are.
Body style. Yeah, sedan. It was nice. I have a spot my next door neighbor there sold a 30.
I mean, that
Would say it was a 33 four-door.
75 for those.
It was nice. It was
Of course, being the first show of the season, it's a lot of good. Cadillac in there.
This site had a lot of Cadillac stuff. This intake, at least I'm assuming it's carbs of some sort. I have no idea what those fit. They look like it was for, I guess, a 3-cylinder. I don't know if that would have been motorcycle, possibly. If you know, drop in the comments. Let me know. I'm curious what that might have been. I know a lot of these things, but I don't know it all, and never will know it all. But really surprised at the amount of Cadillac stuff that was there. Got to be hard cars to restore. I'm sure parts availability for Cadillac is probably not real good.
There's a weird short there. Looks like no wall.
I was pointing out that part of that rear quarter that was back here, it was in pretty rough shape, but I guess if you needed the top of it, it might have been a good piece to get from.
Kind of rare to find so many Cadillac parts in one place like this. It can't be an easy car to restore some of these different models.
I got a shop. Sure. Good for you.
Because we don't break things, thank goodness. I bought a case of it. Like the last Carlisle event that was back in
12-volt fuel pumps for $10. That's a pretty good deal.
Absolutely.
Still doing your thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure is.
When else are you going to be doing this?
There you go. Studebaker.
Pointing out these Studebaker valve covers, as you can tell, they fit for small block Chevy. And I think it was 65 and 66, Studebaker stopped making cars in the U.S. and shifted production to Canada before they went out of business. And they were putting Chevy 283 engines in the Studebakers.
Camaro fender 71, 73.
This was a set of fenders for Camaro. I think it was 71 to 73 fiberglass. Couldn't quite make out the price on it.
Doesn't say those are 14 to 15. Very large. We're going across the intake. Don't need any. Corvette heads for 59, 675. Only doing restoration. I do not need any help.
48. So this is average.
Those are all small block Chevy intakes?
No, they made two different. Mains come here. Yeah, so this.
You know what this steering wheel is? Drop in the comments, because I have no clue. If I had an Oldsmobile, I would be buying those caps. Those things are cool.
But next Monday, and he has thyroid surgery the Friday after that. So, oh jeez.
Those are cool. Those plates, were they cast? That's a cast. I didn't know. Plastic all in one. I like Rio's products, but I'm sure that is polishing plastic surfaces. I wonder if that's anything. It's pretty cheap. I need to look that up.
That's some large heat shrink tube.
How big that is. That's awesome. $20 a flat. Tooth a flat. Chevy fans. That's what I own, so that's why I love that.
Tell me where to go. I told you 320.
I'm not sure if there's Studebaker stuff down in there. Mustang. Mustang, it's GM. 600 on these tires. It's a little high, man. Some stuff. Pretty cool. Maybe on my price range. I'd rather use my space for car parts.
Okay.
Okay. Get tough looking around here. It's getting crowded. Looks like that set of wheels there. 450, 8-inch wide, 4.5-inch. Not a bad deal. Depending on what the age of the tires are, they're 15. Nice set of headers down there. Bit about the old intake of the cars now. Cool looking stuff. Got some distributors down here. Black stuff going on there. Over there.
Take care.
That's awesome.
Good yourself?
Weird disc brake setup. I don't see any other info on that. And my pet keys are, and they put any prices on your stuff you got. Always helps to sell and know what you're looking at and what you want. So 57 dash. 29, got into the wheels inside. Got some LS heads. Can't tell you exactly what I'm looking at. I do not know LS well enough yet. But it's try and get to know it a little bit. There's a Vortec intake, I know that much.
Mostly GM, almost on a Chevy. Tahoes, trucks,
768 Camaro.
motor you need, I probably got
Inner rocker there.
whatever year.
Most kits are missing parts. Well, you never know what you get, kind of a grab bag.
These carb rebuild kits had gotten my attention because it was $10 for that whole box. And I wound up going back to look at it a little bit closer, and it turns out they're all for 2-barrel, and a lot of them are missing pieces as well.
For these two children manuals?
Fits our budget and we can use. $10 for it. Water pump pulley. You're into the cream.
You can't sell the business, nobody wants to buy the business.
This had gotten my attention since it was for HEI, but right beside it was a control module, and they were listed as Excel, but I couldn't find the logos on them anywhere. Starts to make you wonder if some of this stuff is counterfeit.
Are they really? Are they saying? Anyway, someone tells me not to buy it. $1 each. Hey, we're in my price range. $10 books. That's not a bad price. $10 shop manuals. You know, I much rather have a shop manual than try to look something up on the internet because you never know if what you're getting off the internet is indeed correct. Yeah, that one actually, that one was in lower shape. Sorry, I'm looking at all these upside down. The toys. That's plastic, that's everything. Did pick up a couple things. These are clips for Impala. And seal coaters for $5. A whole bag full of them. Seems like a pretty good deal. Now I got a whole bunch of fuel pumps in here. You know, I trust an old Reman with a new imported from China fuel pump nowadays. But, none of these are looking at. Well, then I take it back. Yeah, that would work. That would work. What's the outlet out on that? Yeah, that's about right. For a small block Chevy.
Alright, bought a bunch of things. I bought clips, filters, bought 3 Reman fuel pumps. So, building up the stock. Wow, 15 by, wow, that's $1,200. I don't know. Are they really bringing that kind of money nowadays? 65 Impala. Tail light corners, 200. I don't know, 200 seems pretty high for 65. I can't imagine there's a lot of demand for that. Pontiac parts in there, and some Camaro, and Cutlass. Well, I've never seen that before. People cutting the ends off, but I guess you can do that. When you really got to have everything correct, there's 68, 69 tail lights, $25 for the pair. Check that out, old reel to reel. $1.20 for that one. GS air cleaner, $3.50. How about your hood? GTO hood for $7.50. Cuda 446 pack. Sweet. Camaro console. $70 GTO console with shifter, $2.50. With the Pontiac motor division on the exhaust manifolds. You gotta have them. You gotta have them. $500. Tiger 500 hubcaps, $300. There's your trunk light, $125. 4 rows gauges. It's pretty cool. Nostalgia air tank. Got all the stickers in it. Like the Hearst wheels. Complete set for $5,000. Oh man. And there's their contact info for this fella. Get your hood tack. 25. Pontiac shifter. Anybody need any of those? I got a box full of them. Seriously, I have a box full of shifters that I got for that generation Camaro Firebird. I got Lehigh Valley Chaffel parts. Not wrapping up here. Outside, I had walked around a little bit, didn't film. I'll try to get that on my way out. There's not a lot outside, unfortunately. Quarter. All right. Oh, I had that one area I was going to try and go back to. It was all crowded. Let's see if that's any better. Got stuff hiding under the tables, on top of the tables. 200 vintage gauge package. $300 for the pair of the valve covers out there. I always liked them. Just can't bring myself to spend that much for a set of valve covers. I like that Nova sign. That's pretty cool. Get your neon. Whoa. Wow. Light up your shop. Oop. Vegas. Roadrunner. 15x7. Mickey Thompson's. Power seat tracks or something down there. Maybe we can find anything else in here.
How fast is that camera? That's gotta be turning fast and hard. Thank you.
What is that for? 69 Mustang, $100. That's pretty cool. No tack in it, so I assume you could have got one with a tack in it. 67 Camaro Muncie 4-speed, $120. You know, that might not be a bad deal. Alright, we're going to try this again. Apparently I thought I was filming and I wasn't. Ford stake body truck with a hot rod flathead in it. AC. Someone's put a lot of work in this. A lot of work into this. Who would know? Got a hot rod under the hood. This old stake body. That's pretty darn cool. Show you the other car. It's over here. Got a 56. I was told it's a 383. But then the owner said it's not a stroker. I don't know how you get to a 383 without stroking it. If you de-stroke a 400, you come up with what, 370 something, I think it is.
I'd say.
How do you get to a Chevy 383 without stroking it? If you know, drop it in the comments for me. I'd be curious. 56. I'm not saying that can't be done. I don't know. I just, off the top of my head, I'm not thinking how you can arrive at 383 without stroke.
going this way.
No.
I want to add some stuff.
This is great.
Come back up tomorrow morning.
See you, buddy. Where are you parked at?
I'm right over there.
Well, I'm kind of going that way. I'm down on the edge.
Yeah, he's got, we're all down there.
Right there. Which one? Oh, the Toyota? Or yeah, Nissan.
Oh, did they show you what I did with their cars, with the art? I gotta get a better picture.
What's your cam fit?
That is for stock.
65 Impala. Gonna have plenty of swap meets coming up this year. Unfortunately, none that I have scheduled so far in February, but March, I think it's 5 different swap meets that we'll be going to. First one in March will be at Leesport on the first Sunday of the month. Then the first Saturday of March will be one I've never been to down in Virginia, Tidewater. Hopefully I can make that one. The following Saturday on the 14th will be Maple Grove, which unfortunately interferes with Howard County swap meet, which I'd love to go to, but I'm going to have to choose one or the other, so it's going to be Maple Grove. Then Sunday the 22nd would be Mason-Dixon. If I can get there, that's at Drag Strip. And then Friday the 27th will be Westminster. So if you want to see those swap meets, make sure you subscribe. That way you get notifications when I post a new video.
That's pretty cool.
And as always, whenever I can, if there's project cars, I will try to film them. They seem to be what most people want to see. And as always, thanks for watching. Looks a bit like the holder I have on my Pontiac. Chevrolet valve covers. Don't need any more valve covers. Boat tank down there.
Oh, you're making a video.
Yes, sir.
There you go. What is that, a GoPro?